The Rebbe Mendel from Rimanov is one of the most beloved Hasidic tzaddikim and one of the most revered. The reverence and the devotion that people have to Mendel Rimanov is quite an interesting phenomenon. It's very well known among the tzaddikim. If you need something, you light a candle for Mendel Rimanov, or for Menachem Mendel and Rebbe Yosef Rimanov, and that your prayers will be answered. It's brought down that the Mendel Rimanov taught that there's when you light a candle for a tzaddik, you can't imagine what a great favor it is. Also, I remember hearing from Kalman Friedman in Fallsburg. He said that it's an Indian, which I had known for a long time, that when a man's wife is in labor, to go to the mikveh. So I heard from Kalman. He told us that you should have in mind when you toivel that it's l'koved Rebbe Menachem Mendel Rebbe Yosef Rimanov. That's another thing that people are not aware of. That when toiveling in the mikveh, you could have in mind certain tzaddikim and connect to them in a very deep way. And certainly on a yard site, when you toivel in the mikveh on the yard site of a tzaddik, to have in mind to have a connection to that tzaddik. Devotions to that saint. So then the other, so we want to tell some stories of Mendel Rimanov versus Chussi Delano. This is a story, it's not such a well-known story. I remember, you might remember that 25 years ago, I guess it was, in New Square, there was a story about a talking fish. So we brought up this story. I was with the Shidlovtzer Rebbe, Zolgazunstein, and his father, Reb Hirsch Melech, Zecher Tzadik Levracha, was a big tzaddik. Reb Hirsch Melech Kornreich. He was a Holocaust survivor, but he was from the town of Auschwitz, from Auschwitz. And he said there's an old story that was passed among the Yidden in Auschwitz, that there was such a story that happened in Auschwitz, that there were no fish to be found in the there were no fish to be found in the river. There's a river that passes through Auschwitz, and and there's a bridge that separates the German side and the Polish side of Auschwitz, what they know now as Auschwitz. Hi. Aleichem Shalom. Aleichem Shalom. So anyway, where am I from? Upstate New York. I'm in Pennsylvania right now. So anyway, I want to finish this story. I'm always to work. I have to get going. So this, but thank you for watching. So anyway, it was Erev Shabbos. It's a big Indian, of course, to eat fish on Shabbos, and it's not like now you go to the fishmongers. All right, so we went to the store, but the fish have to come from somewhere, So they usually get from the river the fish, and that one week there were no fish. So people didn't know where they're going to have fish for Shabbos. So they trawled the river with a big net that went across the river. Love you too. Thank you for watching. That went across the river, and there was this kept jumping over the net. Finally, they caught the fish with the big net. And the fish try, like we would say in Yiddish, let me go. I said in Yiddish, I'm assuming, I need to get to Rimanov, I need to get to the Rebbe Mendel. Because the fish was a Gilgul, he was a reincarnation, a transmigration of the soul. That's why one of the reasons we eat fish on Shabbos. And this transfer, and he ate it there, and he had, of course, special kavanas to make a tikkun for this neshama. The Rebbe Mendel he worked his whole life to bring down parnasa. He would to bring down livelihood and prosperity to people. He would say his homilies, his drushes, his sermons about the manna, and so too God should send down in the schus of Mendel Rimanov. He should send down manna, so he should send down parnasa for us. So I'll tell quickly one. Very quickly, I was hearing the story from the Biala Rebbe from Bnei Brak. He came to Great Neck for Malava Malka. The story is help for Shidduchim that the Mendel Rimanov, his Gabbai was Reb Hershel Rimanov, and he instead of his became the next Rebbe. But anyway, before he was a Rebbe, and we'll finish here. So Reb Hershel Rimanov, Schusi Galeno, Mendel chased him out for some reason, nobody knows why, and he wound up somewhere in an inn. And when he was there, some drunk guys, they were like, let's have a game. We'll make a little chasana, we'll make a wedding between this Hershela and the innkeeper's daughter. The innkeeper was away. So then they made a fake wedding. Then the innkeeper came back. He's like, there's no such thing as a fake wedding. They're really married. He's going to need to give her a get. Who is this kid? So they said he's the Gaba. He's the host booker from Mendel Rimanov. So they go to Rebbe Mendel, and he said, no, he's a good boy. It's a good shidduch. Let them stay. And that's how Rebbe Hershel Rimanov got married, and that's why Rebbe Mendel has sent him out. So you should find his zivuk. Schus im Yigalein Amal Tispein, just the schus of the tzaddik Menachem Mendel and Yosef from Rimanov. We should all be zeicha to all kinds of good things in the world, to parnasa, people who need shidduchim, shev shidduchim, people who are married, shev shalom bayis. Everything should be good. Talking shalom bayis. I usually like to call my wife before I get to work. She's in London now, but she's coming home here to Hashem tomorrow. Please have a safe trip, and we should be able to do everything with our house, and also she should be matzliach on this trip. Didn't go quite how we thought it would go, but she had some hatzlacha, and the Baruch Shalom should help us, that we should be zeicha to all kinds of good things, parnasa and happiness and gesund and nachas, and there should be shalom, there should be peace in the world between all people in the world. God bless you. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Check out our channel. We love you guys. We'll see you later.